What's up, family? Thank you for tuning in to Billionaire Belief. This is your host, Dhane Diesil, and I have another reaction video for you today. This video comes from Dave Never Sleeps via the Social Proof podcast. One of my buddies, good brother, shouts out Chasen. He sent me the video this morning and said, hey, hey, Diesel. He calls me Dizzle, not Diesel. He's like, Dizzle, you got to check this out. And so I figured, hey, I'm going to watch the video anyway, so I might as well do a reaction video about it. So I kind of already did watch a little bit of it, and it's an hour long, so we're not going to cover the whole hour. But we'll probably just get a little bit of the video when y'all go be able to go look at the rest of it. I'll be sure to post a link in the description. But for the most part, you know what I'm saying, I'm looking forward to it, so let's dive on in.
And Neo, I call Neo the conductor, man. He moved to Atlanta from Philly and really just started putting on all type of events. And I don't know if there was no agenda. He's like, yo, I'm just gonna rent out the bowling alley. And he didn't ask nobody for no money. In my head, I'm like, all right, I got a little something on it. I mean,
remember those,
he just, everybody
events.
Just come on out. And then we did this thing where we still play every Wednesday, we play basketball. And he just brings people together. Like, what's the importance behind it? Why do you do that so often?
I just like having fun. Like, my life is just fun. Like, every day I wake up,
bringing people
There's
together.
no strategy, there's no philosophy behind it?
No, there wasn't no logic. I just like to get around people who are, going places. And I think it's a lot of synergy in the room.
Surround
like, this is why this
yourself
conference
with
is so
winners.
important. You get to be around people who are thinking like you. Most people, you go home, they can't understand why you would go to Miami and be around other like-minded people who also invest in themselves.
That's a fact.
So I'm always conscious about who I'm around because it's important. Like, whoever you surround yourself with, you're going to become that. So I like to,
in science,
I like to put rooms together. I like to put rooms together where we can add value to one another and help people get to the next level. Someone said it backstage yesterday. I forgot. I don't know if it was Rashad. Someone said it, Maddie. But conversations change compensation. Like, the people you're talking to, they're going to be directly correlated with the paper you make. Right. Everybody I talk to every day, they're all getting to it. They all making it happen. Why? I choose that. So you got to choose who you talk to, right? And as Justin always say, whatever you tune into, you turn into. So I'm very conscious of.
Excellent point, young man. You have to choose who you associate with. It might be hard getting out of that comfort zone of the people that you've been around your whole life, but as you'll learn and witness in this great video so far, you're gonna have to separate yourself from your comfort zone at the end of the day. Like, I'm guilty of this. I didn't learn this until later off in life, but you're gonna have to separate yourself. More than likely your family and friends, the people you care about and love about the most, those aren't gonna be the people that are going to help you get to where you need to get to and get in the positions you need to get into and have the conversation you need to have to build your wealth up. It's just the reality of the situation. And like they're saying, it's no shade to family and friends. It's just, like you said, they haven't made that choice. It's just that simple.
Who I'm constantly around, but I like bringing people around because I just see a lot of great things happen when we do that.
But what about the person that they're here in this room, but they're going to go back to their city and they don't have the right, it's not the right environment, right? Their friends aren't on the same path as them. Would you advise them to take the information and then give it to their 5 friends who aren't on the same path? Or do you find a whole nother group, or what's the philosophy?
So it's 2 things. You can create your own group in your city.
Facts.
Create this group with people who want to get to, like, everyone in this room should go back, start your little mini group of people who, hey, I'm hosting this event, come through. We just gonna mastermind and build. You come. If you don't, you don't. But most people gonna miss out on the opportunity because there's not a paycheck tied to it. I tell people all the time, most people miss out on opportunities.
He's about to... All right, so that was a bar right there. You know what I'm saying? People miss out on opportunities because there's no paycheck attached to it. And that's a bar. That's a fact right there. So you're going to have to start putting yourself in environments and around people and having these conversations that are going to ultimately develop a paycheck down the line. But in the beginning, like I said, you're just trying to get, like you said, you got to choose to be in the game. You got to choose to be in the game, ladies and gentlemen. you can't want to be great, but not be willing to put the work in to be great. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't say that I want to build my wealth up, but I'm not willing to put the work in to build my wealth up. That work obviously is going to be unique to all of us, but some of the universal work that we all got to do is network, associates. Who are we surrounding ourselves with? So, good point right there, you know what I'm saying? So be mindful of that, you know, as you doing what you're doing in your journey. You feel me? Like, cause like you said, like, everything ain't gotta be about a paycheck, you know what I'm saying? But some of the best paychecks you'll ever get in your life are gonna be from going to places that you probably didn't want to go at first, but then when you got there, you're like, I'm glad I came. Let's get back into it.
Because there's no paycheck tied to the opportunity. So you gotta, start your own room, and then you gotta be going to events like these, joining communities like this, constantly doing this because it's gonna make you better.
So
I'm
Josh,
gonna add a
what
bar
would
to
you
that.
say? I'm sorry?
I'm gonna add a bar to that. The crazy thing is, yeah, we had that first mastermind at Pasha, but originally we did the same thing y'all did. We booked the ticket, booked the hotel, we went to 10X conference, and outside of the conference,
That's
I don't know
smart.
who I did it was, but we had a mastermind. That's the first time I met Marcus.
That's me
First
and
time I
Josh.
met Neo. First time I met Josh. First time I met all these
Basically,
guys. So
going to
before
an
we had
event,
the actual sit down,
and at said
we
event,
went,
doing your
seek
own event.
information,
That's dope.
got
I'm gonna have
together,
to do
same
that.
thing we telling y'all to do. This is exactly how we came about. We went to somebody else's conference. We was way in the back somewhere sitting
It's
down.
tight. It's real
But we
tight.
saw each other and we was like, yo, let's link tonight, let's talk. And we just started building from there. So it's power and proximity, like you said. Like, if you in the room, you don't have to, people don't have to look like you know what I'm saying? Go find somebody that works like you. Go find somebody that thinks like you. You know, so we so caught up in
That's a
what this
fact.
person got on, or his swag ain't like mine, or he from a different, he talk different.
That's actually a good point right there. You know, what a person looks like, you know, how they talk, what they wear, what they drive, all that kind of stuff. It really doesn't matter when it comes to business. You know what I'm saying? And that's a bar. That's like the God honest truth. You feel me? Like, I haven't personally experienced this, but I've witnessed so many business opportunities or deals, whatever you want to label them as, just fall apart because just people just, you know, are making it about things other than business at the end of the day. Like I said, I just don't, you know what I'm saying? I can't do business with nobody that ain't rocking no Gucci, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've actually heard somebody say, like, you don't wear no designer labels. Like, it's crazy. But it happens. So, you know, it push everything aside when it comes to business. You feel me? Like, that's what it really boils down to. So having that emotional intelligence is another way of putting it too. Like, to understand, like you said, choosing to be in the game and then having that goal and understanding that I'm going to have to work with people that I usually wouldn't associate with in my comfort zone to make this thing happen. So, and that's something that we all probably go be working on for the rest of our lives. I know I'm still working on it, but I'm working on it. Let's get back to it.
None of that matter when you're talking about business and sharpening your tool. You know what I'm saying? So
I want to say one more thing too.
Let me get Marcus. That was good. That was good.
I'm gonna tell y'all the actionable steps y'all gonna take is that right now all it takes is for a post in the Facebook group that we all belong in, right? We all a part. Everybody in here is a part of the Facebook group. Start dropping what state you from, because when you build your group of 5, don't build it off of popularity. Don't build it off of where you're comfortable at. Build it off of people who trying to get to the destination, because a lot of times people make the mistake and they try to take people with them that somewhere they haven't been yet and they don't believe, right? The worst thing you want is people trying to put people on a boat that they trying to get off of.
So pause right there. That's actually another good bar because, like I said before, you know, 9 times out of 10, the people that you go rise and get to that place, that pinnacle of your version of wealth, financial independence, whatever it is, like, that's not gonna be with the people that you are comfortable with. It's just not, 9 times, it's probably not gonna happen that way. You know, you're gonna have to go out into the world, create your own events, start masterminding, doing your own thing, going out into the world and interacting with the world, interacting with people, and building these connections. You know, building your network. And that's how you're gonna get it. Like you said, like you're gonna have to get out. And like they've said previously, you know, if you can't say that, oh, there's nobody doing nothing in my area, because you're in your area. So you got to be the person to do it at the end of the day. So for example, I was pretty much in the same boat, recently. I would say, so we did one last year. So make a long story short, I'm in the same situation where I'm just like, I want to start. Like, why aren't there events? That was kind of like where it's all like, why aren't there like events for, people interested in business and investing, entrepreneurship? So stocks, crypto, real estate, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just wish I can just go someplace and just chill, get dressed up, chill, meet some people, like you said, mastermind, synergize, talk about some stuff, talk about some business, meet some new people, chop some game about business, where the emphasis was that though, you know what I'm saying? Not we come in here to do something else, you just kind of meet some, like why aren't there events that are just solely focused on that? And so last year, me and one of my frat brothers, business partners, et cetera, it was just like, let's do an event. So he actually does events, but it was like, let's do we've previously done an event called Wealth and Wine, so we kind of rebranded it into Suits and Stocks. But it was just like, let's start doing the Suits and Stocks. So we had the first one, the demo, and then we, fast forward a couple months, then we had one recently, actually the beginning of this month in May 2021, and it was dope, you know what I'm saying? Like it's the vision of what I had been hoping, but I'm telling this story to make the point that I had to create the event that I have been envisioning about, or that I have been thinking about, just like they just said, you know what I'm saying? Like, or just like they just, said. But I had to create that event for myself, and so I'm looking forward to them now. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be doing them once a month, Suits and Stock brunch. So if you're in LA, drop in my city, drop in my state, Inglewood, California. If you're in Inglewood, California, holla at your boy, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? Our goal is to knock those out. The first Sunday of the month, 1:00 is when we did it the last time. So you go get fed, both mind and body. You know what I'm saying? So let's get it. Let's get back into this video.
Right? So they putting holes in the boat trying to get out, and they gonna sink the boat. So what you want to do is realize that you haven't been somewhere, so you can't tell somebody how to get there, and people can't believe and see your vision and dream. You need to get around people who already believe in the vision and see the same thing that you see potentially. Even if y'all not going down the same exact path, they just know it's something down that river, right? And if they believe it's something down that river and you believe it's something down that river, then damn it, now you got somebody who's gonna roll and push the boat with you, versus you telling your friends that don't believe, hey, I know we can be successful as entrepreneurs and this, that, and the third. And they're like, well, you ain't did it yet.
Dave Never
Understand.
Sleeps.
They don't believe because you have to come back and show them proof later. You don't lose, you're not losing love or losing friendships, but understand you gotta leave people where they at and go do what you.
So that point he just made right there, like another great, excellent bar, kind of what I've been, sharing as well, is just like, at the end of the day, the reason why the people that you love and care about, your friends your family and friends, why they're probably not going to be the people to help you build your wealth up, is because, like you said, they don't believe like you believe. They haven't made a choice to get in the game of wealth like you've chosen for yourself. You feel me? Like, so that's why you got to go out into the world and find people by hosting, by creating your own events, if that's what it comes to. Where you're, bringing people in and mastermind, synergize, network, to where y'all can figure something out and make some moves. Because like I said, these new people that you're going to bring into your life, into your circle, they believe. The new people believe in what you believe. Now, y'all might not necessarily believe in the same thing, absolute 100%, but y'all got enough belief around a certain idea called building your wealth up, to where all of y'all are, like you said, like, all right, we go get in this boat and we go be rowing. But they go keep rowing because they believe, compared to the people that don't believe, to where you gonna have to convince them to believe every time, you know what I'm saying, you lose some speed, you know what I'm saying, which is ultimately gonna make your job that much more harder. So big shouts out to them, man. Dropping some game right here, bro. So, man, this is an excellent podcast. This is the first time I've ever actually seen this. So shouts out, man. Let's get it. Let's continue.
Need to do, then you can send a life raft back.
So Just, I want to ask you, based on what Marcus said, you wouldn't advise somebody to be the savior of their friends, to be the one inspiring and motivating?
I forgot to mention about that. So that's actually another good point too that he ended with, in that, let's say you are that person that starts the event, You don't have to be an expert in everything. You feel me? All you gotta do is just be the one to get started. So it's like, I know I'm not the expert on cryptocurrency, but I just know that if I find somebody that's more knowledgeable about cryptocurrency and the people I know that's gonna be at the event, then that person's gonna be the expert. And that's gonna make me look like I know what I'm doing at the end of the day as well. But it's all gonna work. So once again, coming back to belief, you know what I'm saying? Like your friends and family, like they don't believe because they like I said, they got your history in a sense. So they know who you are. Like, they know the real at the end of the day. And like you said, they hear you talking about this prosperity and these goals and these big dreams. And it's like you said, they just don't believe because they just know who you are in their mind. So they're just like, eh. But once again, they don't believe. And because they don't believe, you know what I'm saying, you telling them things like, you know, you need to earn, save, and invest. Like I've been telling people for years, you need to earn, save, and invest. You know, pay down your debt. You know what I'm saying? Don't void it. You know, I've been talking about this stuff, you know, off and on for years. But it's like, you know, I understand that I haven't received the level of attention that I'm working toward, you know, not necessarily because the information that I'm given isn't sound and correct. It's just that, you know, I haven't produced the results that I'm talking about yet in my own life. So the people that know me, they're not going to necessarily give me the benefit of the doubt compared to somebody that doesn't know me and just hears me talk and feels inspired or whatever, or they just going down the same road, and they're going to be more open to working with me or joining my vision, because it's just like, or coming to a mastermind at a suits and stock brunch mastermind, because it's like they're like, all right, yeah, like this, he sounds like he knows what he's talking about. And he knows more than me, so let me highlight my man real quick. Compared to, like you said, to people that know you, like you said, they're not going to give you that benefit of the doubt. So that's why they don't believe at the end of the day. But it's no, like you said, no shade to them, no shade to you. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? But if this is something that you have chosen for yourself, then you got to do the work. Let's get started.
All right, because that's their circle.
Yeah, I think it depends, right? I was always told, you know, you change the people you're around, or you change the people you're around. And so
Bar.
that
Say
really
that bar
goes both
again.
ways.
Say that bar again. I don't
Did
change
we
the
write that
people
down?
you're- You might have missed that.
You got that?
Bars.
Yeah,
This
change
is
the
some
people
good
around
stuff,
you,
man.
change
Like
the people you're around.
I'm actually
what I've done is
excited,
everything's
you know
organic.
what I'm saying? I got some
And
new
think
content that I can check out.
You be yourself,
react
you do
to.
you.
But
Sometimes
just most
it's
important,
necessary
keep the game, you know
to
what
take
I'm
a
saying?
season of
That's what it's
separation
about.
from people.
Gotta
I
keep the
call it
blade
taking a
sharp.
vacation from people, where it's just like, you know what, I still love you, you're my friend, but I may have to disconnect from you for a little while, but
Y'all may have missed that one, but he actually made a good point. And he said, you know, sometimes you got to take vacations from people. And this kind of like resonated with me because, you know, I've had to do this in my life. And in hindsight, looking back, I realized that's what I did. And then like he will say, you know, and you will hear, once you go back and start associating with that person, it's like a brand new situation in a sense, because you did take that break to kind of like recharge your battery. So, you know, it's like I said, it's all in the name of love, no shade. It's just like, that's just something that you might have to do for yourself. So understand that there's nothing wrong with doing that. Take vacations from the world. Let's get started.
for you for a little while, but it's almost like a party, right? Like if somebody's like, oh, my party, the party was lame. I'm like, yeah, but you was there too. Right?
You added to the lameness.
So you kind of added to the lameness. So if you're like, in my city, nobody wants to do this. Well, you live there too. So maybe you could change something, that you could bring something together, because listen, Atlanta, we've all been here, but you look at it, there's been a shift over the last probably 18 to 24 months, but a lot of the people have been in the city. And so what it means is you probably have people like this in your city. You just got to connect with them. You got to come to the events, tune into the people that are tuning into the right information. And then, yeah, like I said, if they don't change, then you change the people around you. But
so we're gonna go ahead and stop it right there, because I want to try to keep these under 20 minutes. But another excellent bar, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's on you. Like, you got to put the work in. You got to go out there. You got to go meet the people. You got to host the events. You got to still build your business, whatever that is. You still got to invest. You still got to keep your money right. You got to do a lot of things. So get to work, all right? So on that note, we're going to end right here. Like I said, it's an hour and 24 seconds. It's the full video. I'll post a link in the description for you to go ahead and check them out, the full length version. But good game, man. Like the next part that comes up, y'all really go like that because they talking about you might not know enough. And that was some bars drop right there, y'all. So go ahead and check that out, all right? So this concludes this reaction video. This has been your host, Dhane Diesil. Looking forward to doing more of these and checking out more good content with y'all, all right? So leave a comment, subscribe, let me know what's up. And also, like, shoot me some videos at Billionaire Belief _ on Instagram, at Billionaire BLF on Twitter, Facebook, / Billionaire Belief. DM me if you got a good video that you like for me to react to. Holla at your boy. Peace. Oh yeah, before I forget, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment on the video. It's gonna take all of us to make any one of us successful, and we begin with conversation and communication. So make sure you don't forget to tell a friend, to tell a stranger, to tell a friend about us. Peace.